Hi everybody, this is Amy MacArthur from amymacarthurnutrition.com, and I want to take just a couple of minutes to let you know about my latest blog post. It's called Teach Your Children to Love Healthy Foods: 3 Ways to Improve Nutritional Value and Still Have Peaceful Dinners. If you have picky children at home, picky eaters like a lot of us do, you worry a lot about the foods that they eat and whether or not they're healthy, whether or not they have the nutritional value that they need to have. And you try to balance that with giving them the foods they like and keep peace at the dinner table and prevent the tantrums. And so you wonder, how can you do that without just giving in and giving them what they want? And a lot of parents just end up doing that. They just give in and they give them what they want to keep the peace, but then they feel guilty about what they've given them, and then it's not healthy, and they don't feel like they're giving them what they need. So how do you balance that? Well, I'm going to give you a few tips on some ways that you can do it, and it's really there's really not much to it. They can have the foods that they like, and you don't have to feel guilty about them having unhealthy foods, because there are ways to prepare them that make them very healthy. So I'm going to give you 3 ways to do that. You can add pureed vegetables to the foods that you already prepare. Let's say mashed potatoes is on the menu for tonight. You can have mashed potatoes. You can mix some pureed cauliflower in with it. It's the same color, so they're not going to notice the difference. It's not going to look any different. But you can take about 4 medium-sized potatoes, clean those really well, cube them, boil them, and leave the skin on, because the skin has lots of fiber. And fiber's great for our bodies for lots of different reasons. It's great for heart health, it's great for our digestive tract, and it's good for weight management. So leave that on there. If they notice some little brown specks in there, the peeling, do what you can to just kind of take their attention away from that. And if that's just your normal way of doing it, they're just gonna think that's normal, and they're not going to think anything about there being little brown specks in the mashed potatoes. But anyway, other than that, you just fix it the way you normally would. Add some fat-free sour cream or some skim milk, salt and pepper to taste, or whatever you normally would add to it. So the cauliflower is just going to increase the nutritional value and make it a much even and healthier dish. You can also add finely chopped vegetables to the foods that you already prepare. Let's take sloppy joes or spaghetti, for an example. Just make it the way you normally would, but add some really finely chopped vegetables to it. You can make them so small that they really don't even know that they're in there. You can use a chopper of some kind, or you can do it by hand. But just add those in there. Things like onions, peppers, celery, zucchini, squash. Just to think about all the vegetables that are in season that are easy to get to at this time, and add those in there, and just mix them up with the sauce like you normally would. And that's what they're gonna get used to, and that's what they're gonna like. So easy ways there. And if you want it to be chunkier, you can make the pieces a little bigger. They don't have to be really, really fine. That's up to you. Another tip, the third tip, is to add things like oatmeal to foods that you already prepare. Oatmeal, again, is going to give lots of fiber, and you want to add as much fiber into your diet as you can. It's just good for you all around. And so oatmeal is a great way to do that. Let's take meatloaf, for example. If that's on your dinner menu for tonight, you can add that to the ground meat, the ground beef, the really lean ground beef. You can get that as lean as 96% lean. That's what will say on the package, so look for the really lean. But the oatmeal is going to add a lot of fiber, as I said, and it's also it helps to bind the food, bind the meat together, so it's good for that reason too. Then you just add anything else that you would normally add to it, like ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, onion, garlic, whatever you like in your meatloaf. So these are all dishes that you normally would have anyway. But if that's the way you normally do it, that's what they're going to get used to, and that's what they're going to like. And you'll find that they even ask for it. That'll just become their favorites. And if you don't like the idea of being deceptive, don't think of it that way. You're not being deceptive. If that becomes your normal way of doing it, that's just the way you do it. It's not abnormal. That's just your way, and they're gonna like it because it's mommy's way or it's daddy's way. So anyway, just some really quick tips that really don't take that much time, and they really don't change that much about it, but it can make you feel so much better as a parent with what you're feeding your children. So anyway, I would love it if you would go to my blog at amymcarthurnutrition.com, and that's where this article is, and leave a comment. Let me know about foods that your kids like and ways that you make their foods a little healthier for them. Or if you have questions about ways to do that, you can let me know what their favorite foods are, and I'll be glad to go in and give you some help with ways to make those healthier, to make it feel better and make it better for them. So anyway, I would love to hear from you, so please leave a comment. And until next time, this is Amy MacArthur from amymcarthurnutrition.com, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.